Welcome to the After the Show movie podcast, brought to you by your hosts Ace Scully and Sid Talk. We're addicted to movies. Are you? Welcome. We're on the grid this week, Sid Talk.
Oh, in the few seconds since you asked me if I was ready, I forgot what we were doing.
Well, we're on the grid. We've been jacked into the grid.
That's the before the after the show discussion. I forgot what we're doing. Why is this microphone in front of my face? Oh, yeah.
I'm just taking a drink.
The before the after the show was just you making cups of tea, you fiddling with your thing. No.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Now we sound like it. And
Sensual.
Your computer, because you had to do a little rejigger this week. And so that was it.
Rejigger. Ooh.
And I'm building part of my city in City Skylines. Hey, City Skylines, if you want to sponsor me, let me know.
All right. It is Saturday, December the 6th. This is After the Show 920. We're your weekly movie review podcast. And this week we're looking at the new release, Tron Ares. It's a 2025 release, out now on streaming, rated PG-13. Actually, not out now on streaming, out now on video on demand, Sid Talk. Yeah, on streaming.
You're trying to confuse everybody.
Yeah, video on demand. It's rated PG-13. Its runtime is 1 hour and 59 minutes. And it's from our friends at Disney who sent us a copy for review. Sid Talk, can you give us the synopsis of the movie Tron Ares?
We go on the computer and AI comes out into the real world.
Are you a robot?
Well, that's for you to decide.
Or an AI?
It's Tron. Come on. Unless you don't know anything about it, it's AI, the new modern. I do AI with quotation marks, by the way. And if you want to hear my whole spiel about AI, you just have to, find me in real life and we'll talk about it. But it's that conceived many years ago in the original Tron.
Yeah.
That it could be sentient. Of course, because that's what we all think when we build robots, humanoids, datas, like from, what's he called? He's a
Star Trek.
Yes. And AI, of course, it's going to want to be its own person. So that's what it is. That's all it is. It's really straightforward.
I'll give you the one off the box. A highly sophisticated program, Ares, is sent from the digital world into the real world on a dangerous mission.
That's what I said.
That's exactly what it is.
That's what I said.
As a long lifetime fan of Tron.
You are, yes. What do you think?
When I always say I watched it as a kid, and then you'll say, you wasn't a kid. I was a kid in my mind when I watched the first one. It was
what year was it?
1985?
You were definitely not a kid.
1980, yeah. But in my mind, it's like a film I watched as a kid.
Sure.
So I've always had like a fondness for it because I was super into computers before computers were even mainstream, right? I mean, I had a very early computer, a ZX81. It was a movie about computers, so what not to like for me? They didn't do a sequel for the longest time, and then Tron Legacy came out, which I was super excited for and liked, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And now,
yes, I remember very, very, very vaguely. I remember very prominently.
We went to see it in the cinema.
Yeah.
In 3D, actually. And probably had a headache afterwards. Tron Ares. And there's huge gaps between the movies. And I thought this was going to be like a sequel to Tron Legacy, really. I didn't really know who was in it. And it's not really. It's its own thing, isn't it?
I mean, it is a sequel because we have to understand.
It touches on
We have
stuff.
to understand the world that we're in.
Yeah, I feel like you could watch this without watching the others and still be fine.
Yeah, because I forgot the others a lot.
Right.
So.
And I did say to you during a break in the middle of it that I feel like this is the most coherent story of all the Tron movies. And probably the most fun. Because, I love Tron. I was going to say Tron 1, but it's not Tron 1. It's Tron. I love Tron. And I've watched it now as an adult. And I have it's so nostalgic. I love the nostalgia aspect of it. But it's actually quite boring, the original movie. It's a lot of just people walking down corridors, have a little chat, walk down a corridor again. There's not a lot of action in it. Tron Legacy is the opposite. It's just full of action and maybe not enough story. But this one, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really an interesting concept. The idea of them coming into our world, which we haven't seen before.
We have seen Olivia.
Yeah, but we haven't seen the bikes running around the streets and stuff.
No, but yeah.
Which is glorious to look at. I mean, this movie has really great special effects.
And you'd be very interested in it all.
It's a really, really interesting... I like the design of Tron. I've got a Tron light cycle right in front of me on my desk.
Yeah, and I kept thinking, this is why your colors of life are neon pink and blue.
Yeah. I've actually got Tron right in front of me and a light cycle. So this is how Tron fan I am. And I saw people complaining about this movie just in general, like, you know, in the overall, I saw people going, "No, Tron Ares sucks. Tron Ares has not made any money. It sucks."
What a shock.
Yeah, but being a lifelong Tron fan and watching this, I was super into it. And I was having fun. I was smiling.
Well, the question is, what sucked about it for these people?
I don't know. Everything sucks these days for everybody, right?
True. I can find some faults, but I can tell you...
There are definitely faults.
I can tell you why things suck in my mind, so I'm not a mindless complainer.
But I was really, really enjoying the adventure. And this one's a bit of an adventure. You know, I don't know what's going to happen. I've never seen this before. It's kind of formulaic.
Absolutely. Well, of course.
But Tron's very of today now. Like, it's very realistic.
I would say people would have thought it was then as well, back in the 80s.
Right.
Whenever, you know?
But we are doing...
Because we had also war games. Would you like to play a game?
Yeah.
And it's, of course, the AI of the computer deciding how to win the game of war is to, spoiler alert, kill everyone.
Yeah. So
my question is sometimes when I watch the Tron movies, like what is the point? What are we saying other than, ooh, we've got this new gadget of computers, which in the 80s was a big deal. Coding people and all that kind of stuff was a big deal. And overall, the message always feels like absent until now. Right? You've got the dude telling us that life is not forever. And we have themes of death and loss throughout. Mm-hmm. That felt like, you know, it's the big message with a lot of dangly, shiny things like the battles and the Tron people in the real world. So I felt like it had at least a little anchor there that I could hang on to. Because as far as like, you've got the spoiled brat who runs the big company and he wants to control everything like a fucking dickhead. And we know these people in the real world. And then you have, you know, the person who is the complete opposite, who wants to like do good with all the technology and make the world a better place, battling it out. I mean, it's really fundamental. It's Darth Vader. It's the gods, the bad gods from Greek mythology. It's the same story over and over.
He's literally called Ares.
Exactly. So it's not complex, but I always need to find... I'm not a film snob because I can watch a zombie movie that has no purpose other than blood and guts and be fine with that. But sometimes, if you're making a big production of it, like Tron...
Which they really are.
The dazzling isn't enough for me because I can get over the graphics, the look of it real quick and be like, okay, so what is the point? And I felt like I found one in this. And I can see why people...
The humanity aspect.
Yeah, the humanity, and of course, AI wanting to be real life, that's not new either. I mean, that's very, very old, but it was done in a way, you know, it kind of sped it up real quick. As soon as we meet Ares and he comes online and he's coded all of his stuff. The jerky guy is in charge of Ares, by the way.
Yeah.
And he's given him all the fighting techniques and all the knowledge of the world and all that kind of stuff. And it goes really quick to the point of him instantly looking around and being like, you can tell he's got more feeling.
Yeah, let me figure out what this world's all about.
Yes, that was very, very quick. We didn't lead up slowly to it at all. That would be my only like, oh, he's instantly like evolving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but other than that, I got over that real quick.
And
I enjoyed it very much. I had a good time. I liked it.
Unlike the others, it's not difficult to follow. It could be difficult to follow something like this.
Yeah, but what's difficult to follow is that they have nothing to say.
No, yeah, you're right.
That's what made him
Sometimes,
like,
though, even in Tron Legacy, you're kind of like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
It's a bit convoluted.
And kind of boring. No
yeah,
offense.
well, yeah, the first one, while I love it, I would call it a boring movie. Unless you really love the aesthetic. And this movie plays into it. There's a sequence in this movie that goes back to the original Tron look and feel. And it's done perfectly. I was like, yes, do this. I like
over and
this.
over and over.
I mean, as far as this movie goes, I love that I've never seen the Tron light cycles running around in our world. It's really awesome. There's a bike sequence that is brilliant. There's also a sequence with what are they called? I always forget the name of them. The
Finder, Reaper, something like
those
that.
Big
digital looking things. Yeah,
there's one of them in our world.
Recognizer, was that it?
Recognizer, that is correct.
Okay.
So there's one of those running around the city. Amazing. I love seeing the Tron stuff clash with our world. So I was happy with that. And then when it went back to the original Tron look, I was happy with that too. So that was me. I was like, yep, ticket, admission price. I've got my money's worth. There were some things I can't be all gush. There's some really awkward dialogue.
Yeah.
Like the dialogue is like nobody would speak that way. There's a lot of that, right?
For example?
I don't know the lines of dialogue, but there are things that come out of people's mouths where you're like, they're just telling you the plot. That exposition thing. It's not about talking to each other.
But that might be why it doesn't fall short, why it makes sense, because you've got people explain, like, I would need to know what, because to me, it felt right. There was dialogue, like, because the jerky guy is just over the top mustache twirly kind of bad guy, his thing of being so intense was a little bit like, wah, wah.
He's a little bit like Lex Luthor from the Superman we watched.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's that same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I just had a weird flashback from high school when my English teacher, Mrs. Watkins, who's no longer with us, and I came to love very much as an adult lady, would say, "You're going to yow me to death. It's either yes or no, not yeah."
All right.
Or she wouldn't respond. She would ignore you. If she asked you a question, you said yeah. She'd just sit there and stare like no until you said yes. Oh man, a weird flashback there.
Nothing to do with Tron.
Nothing to do with it, but that's kind of fun. Well, it's my programming. I've been programmed.
Correct.
Not to say yeah, but then I do all the time. So, sorry, Maureen, which I have a hard time calling my teachers by their first names. Even as an adult, I mean, I'm 58 and I still call them Mr. and Mrs. whatever.
Everybody does.
Because it just, well, I have friends who are friends, have been friends with our teachers as we've grown older, and they call them by their first names. I'm like, no. When you're sitting around having dinner with Mr. Hilliard, you should call him Mr. Hilliard. Also no longer with us, sadly, but yeah. Okay, off topic.
So there was nothing in this movie that you was like, oh, I don't understand what's happening. Nothing.
Not really. I mean,
you might have missed some references, maybe.
References, absolutely, but the idea is the same. The big juggernaut guy wants to run the world, and then you've got the other person who's determined to kind of balance that out, like get to the technology first. So you either create weapons to destroy the world, or you create cures for diseases and food to feed everyone. I mean, it's very simple. So I didn't have it. Yeah, references I might have missed out, but they were pretty in your face. Like when you go to the headquarters, they've recreated Flynn's office.
Yeah.
When you go to the Antarctic or Alaska is where they were, you've recreated like the vibe of his original little place where he did all of his coding and everything.
You even see his arcade from the outside.
So, everything's pretty well telegraphed to you.
Another star of the movie is the music.
Absolutely.
Now, Tron Legacy had Daft Punk do the soundtrack, and that soundtrack is still listened to today without the movie, Mm-hmm. It's a brilliant soundtrack. And this one's done by 9 Inch Nails. What did you think? Did you like it?
Very much. It gives a very 9 Inch Nail vibe.
It makes it feel really moody.
Very moody and important. I
Yeah.
don't know if I have, and maybe that's because I've always liked Nine Inch Nails, and so that
Yeah.
whatever that is.
It's got this bass line all the way through it. That's like,
and even the big kind of thing that the music that was coming in was when she's on the thing with him when she first gets in their world, because we also put a real person in the digital world.
Yeah.
And she's on that rider bike thing on the water with him. That big score there.
And Trent starts singing there
was
as well.
making it feel like, oh, this is a big deal. You know?
Obviously, they're going to do it with every movie, aren't they? They're going to have some big musical thing, because music's a bigger part of it. It wasn't in the first movie. There was some synthy music in the first movie. I don't think it's very
Well, tell them your prediction for the next one.
Well, my prediction for the next one, or you can have this for free, Disney, if you've not already thought of it, is you get Depeche Mode to do the soundtrack. Because there's a Depeche Mode. There's a severe reference to Depeche Mode.
Severe.
Yeah. So why not? Because Depeche Mode do, like their later stuff, moody, electro kind of rock. It makes sense.
And I do like that scene where Ares, who is a digital AI creation, he's a program, he is telling the dude that he likes Depeche Mode more than Mozart, and he's like, why? And he starts rattling off sort of like really like what you would find in a little internet argument, you know, the details of like technically why one's better than the other. And then he just stops and he's thinking and he's like, well, what? And he goes, I don't have words to tell you why I like it. It's just a feeling. And he was like, and that I really like that, because that's the reality of the real world without having to attach.
And I think that's the heart
words
of the
and
movie.
labels to every fucking thing. Sometimes you just like it and that's it, you know?
That is the heart of the movie.
Absolutely.
Just that line there. There's another thing that he says about when he's sat near the end and he's talking like, what is he going to go and do?
Mm-hmm.
About being a human, basically, and going to experience things or figure out what's going on. Special effects, we mentioned them, but they are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've not cut corners or anything. It's what I just read, and this doesn't make any sense. In the trivia for Tron Ares, it says they decided to have the Tron world come into our world, so the budget wasn't as high.
Okay.
But you still have to do it. You still have to do the special effects no matter which world they're in.
True.
So that doesn't make any sense. They were like, if it was all inside the computer world like Tron Legacy, it would cost 4 times as much. But there's almost always in this movie, there is a CG thing on the screen, right?
Yeah, you would think, yes.
Unless,
if not just their suits.
No.
Their suits have to be some sort of digital something.
Yeah, they definitely are.
The light, the color, whatever.
Maybe they're wearing, legitimate suits. But the visors and everything, they're all CG, aren't they? You can tell they are. So I don't understand that comment, but that was in the trivia. Let's get on to the cast. Jared Leto plays Ares. What do you think?
He's fine. He's intense to a point of a little bit
You sound like you
flat sometimes, but I get it. I mean, he's a program.
There was a good evolution of his acting from him, like an awakening moment.
Yeah, true.
And then he was different.
Yeah.
And you could see it happening. So, I mean, that's okay. But, for me, it could have been any other person as well. And I don't think
he's not going to like to hear this from you.
No. Is he not going to make a sequel because I said that?
I just think he's
intense
and physical,
like a good-looking guy.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's just sort of, and again, if he's fully immersed in the idea that he's a program, he's been written to be like a robot, right? So Data from Star Trek. Or all the other androids that we've ever met in the course of entertainment, that there has to be a flatness because he's not anybody yet. And then as he's slow, so, I got to give him credit. You're right. By the end, there's a little more relaxed shoulders and his hair is flowing and,
Yeah, he figured it out. And then changed, adapted, right?
Absolutely.
We got Greta Lee. She's my favorite thing in the movie as Eve Kim.
She's very good.
She's basically like the main character.
Absolutely.
We follow her mostly.
She owns the other, because she bought whatever the
Encom.
dude's company is. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the dude had a company. He's not the dude, of course, but Jeff Bridges.
Yes.
Original owner of the big corporation that was in direct competition with Dillinger. So Encom, was it? Or
yeah, Encom.
Encom. So she just bought out that the Flynn family at somewhere along, her and her sister.
Yeah.
And she's like a programmer, tech genius person.
But she's also, I don't know, she's really cool. I like it.
Very good. I would love to see more.
There's a sequence where they're in like a circular car park. And there's a bike at the top, and you can see this Tron lady running around the circle, coming closer and closer and closer. Really good, right? Really tense. But I kept thinking, why doesn't she just jump up the middle? Can't she do anything?
That's a good point.
Yeah. But
there was a bit of confusion about how indestructible so the program is in the grid in the computer, and now we have lasers, like a 3D printer that can bring them into real life as organic matter.
Mm-hmm.
They can only last 29 minutes, and so then they digitally fall apart. It's all very interesting, I'm sure. But we're kind of I was a little confused because they're very strong when they're in the real world. They can pick up a person and throw them. They can fight really well. They're not indestructible, obviously, because they can get a limb or something like digitally chopped off. But you're right. Why couldn't she just do like in the Matrix?
Yeah.
Where she's in the real world, but in our world, she can just do whatever. So
literally just appear right behind you.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I did like the idea of her running up the circular thing like the Terminator. Yeah. Just coming towards you.
She had a bit of Terminator, a little bit of Tom Cruise running there, going on.
Yeah. I mean, it is
Tom
a bit.
Cruise is not the Terminator.
The plot here is kind of Terminator-ish. There's definitely some of that going on, if you like that kind of thing.
Yep. The android has been given a directive, and that's it.
We've got Jeff Bridges as Kevin Flynn. It's a small part, but it's better than when he was CG'd into the last movie.
I mean, he was CG in this one, but
it looked right in this one because he was in the old Tron.
Definitely the technology has improved.
Yes. In the Tron Legacy, how amazing Tron Legacy looks in all respects. The thing that sticks out is him. He looks terrible.
Problem was they were trying to do the de-aging.
Yeah.
And this one, for some reason, in the computer, as a program, he has aged.
Yeah.
So we just like, fuck it, everybody just go with it. Reality bubble, not existent, just let it be. So he's really old because they didn't try to like make him look young again.
Evan Peters plays Julian Dillinger. He's the mustache twirler.
Yeah.
I do like Evan Peters.
Yeah, but it just was like I don't know if I buy it anymore. But then again, in real life, we have these maniacal motherfuckers who they do their own mustache twirling with real life and politics and companies and nations and the world and all that shit. They're evil acting. So maybe he's not too exaggerated. Maybe I'm giving him a hard time for no reason.
And they put him to the test in this movie with some choices he has to make.
Sure.
You know? Talking of choices he has to make, Gillian Anderson plays Elizabeth Dillinger, his mother. What do you think, Gillian?
She convinced me that she's the widow of the guy who was the bad guy in the original.
Yes.
Oh, no, the daughter. Sorry. She's the daughter.
Yes.
Right. So she's basically held the evil company together all these years, and now the son is about to take over, and he's a complete jerk.
And she can see that that's happening.
Right, and she doesn't seem evil or bad, and so she's trying to figure him out. She doesn't like what he's doing, and so she was fine.
Yeah. And Jodie Turner-Smith plays Athena.
Wait, there's one more thing about Gillian Anderson. They allowed her to not have an American accent.
Oh, yeah, she was British.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah.
When she does Margaret Thatcher in that show, she was almost like Margaret Thatcher.
You
know, I guess she was doing that. But I liked her. I thought she was really good, and she brings something, doesn't she? Like
absolutely.
And Jodie Turner-Smith is Athena. She's the Terminator lady.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, and she's a big part of the movie too, because she's on this mission as well to be a dick.
Well, she's a program.
Just following the rules.
Well, what they are really, and you said it, they are the firewall
Yeah, firewall.
to
exactly.
the entire grid of the evil company.
Directed by Joachim Ronin. He directed Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales, which was like number 5.
Mm.
The one with Salma Hayek in it, remember?
Not really.
Yes. And he also directed Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, which is the sequel to Maleficent. So he's a Disney guy. What
Okay,
do you
yeah.
think of his directing?
I mean, it's fun. There's a lot of fun visual tricks that don't overwhelm. So that it can be very easy to do too much
Tron.
or too much weird camera placement. But did you notice? You commented on one of the camera positions on another movie we just watched.
It was on Paul Thomas Anderson on the car door.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the car door, when they open and shut the car door, it goes with the door. This one had the exact same thing.
It did.
Is
Yeah.
it the same cinematographer?
No.
Oh. I
It's
thought I
not.
figured something out there.
No.
Oh.
Maybe it's just when things come together and everybody starts doing the same thing, hive mind.
True. Could be.
Maybe. All right, so IMDb reviews, what are those?
Those are reviews you find of movies where someone says, "Oh, somewhere 1 star," and you love to make fun of them. And there's some classics out there, like, "This movie is a waste of time. I don't know why this movie gets so many good reviews. This is the worst movie ever made." All that kind.
We've definitely heard this first review before
Okay.
for another movie. And it starts with, "I will start by saying this. I've never walked out of a movie theater before, but tonight that has changed.
Okay.
It's the worst movie I've ever seen. Tron Legacy was the reason I got into motorcycles and electronic music, and I was very excited to watch a new installment of Tron. However, I walked out of the theater after 30 minutes due to the lack of plot and basic Tron understanding."
So you've decided what it is, and everyone else is failing you.
Second one says, "Disney ruins another classic franchise. I grew up with the original Tron and really enjoyed Tron Legacy, so I was naturally looking forward to the next chapter. Unfortunately, those hopes were dashed in the first 5 minutes of the film, as Disney said, 'No, we'll take literally everything that made this franchise great and flush it down the toilet and introduce a female lead.'"
Oh, okay. Got that. I forgot about that. The woke thing
Yeah,
is also
woke.
part of the, yeah.
Yeah, so these are fitting into the categories of people who bitch about movies, right?
Absolutely.
And number 3 is pathetic. I didn't read any reviews because I usually don't, but I'm a Tron fan. I've been waiting so long for Tron Legacy to be released on 4K disc, which finally did this year, so I am very happy. But after watching this new Tron movie, I felt like I would just pretend it was never made. I was extremely disappointed. It was very stupid with a lot of ridiculous crap.
Hey, ridiculous, stupid. Okay. Ooh.
All right. So those are the IMDb. And I swear it's the same 3 people every week.
It feels like it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Yeah. Sometimes we read the 10-star ones. So, I mean, did somebody give this 10 stars? Do people give movies 10 stars? Because I don't.
Don't know.
Yeah, a guy gave it 10 stars. He said, "I don't know what other people are saying about this movie. This movie is short and straightforward and gets to the point quickly. The visuals are amazing, and it sets up a new Tron movie. It is awesome."
There you go.
So there's the opposite side.
But you still disagree that it's not a 10.
No, nothing's a 10. Told you. Nothing. All right, so thank you to
Your friend
Disney.
Paul Thomas Anderson would be very disappointed in you for saying that he doesn't have any 10
He has
movies.
some 9s, though, so that's good.
Okay.
So let's give this a score. I'm going to give Tron Ares a 7 out of 10. See, I do see some flaws,
Yeah.
but I super enjoyed what I saw.
I feel like that's fair.
And
I'm
9
gonna
Inch Nails added a point to it for me.
Absolutely. I don't know that the music should be a factor, but I kind of agree with that. I'm going to say 6.8.
All right, close.
So close.
All right, so thank you to Disney. Next week, we're going to look at the new Predator movie, Predator Badlands.
What?
Yeah.
You know me, aliens, predator, and zombies. That's my jam.
Now, this is by Dan Trachtenberg, who did Prey.
Okay.
And you didn't love Prey,
Mm,
but I think maybe,
I can live with it.
yeah. Well, this is, I guess Dan from the Totally Rad show, Dan, is now in charge of Predator because he's also making an animated movie, Predator. Would you watch that?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like Predator.
All right. Next week, Predator Badlands. Movie recommendations. I'm on the Tron tip. I'm going to give you The Last Starfighter. That was another kid movie that really, caught my imagination.
Absolutely.
And Tron Legacy, which is the 2010, is that right? Version of Tron, which I still think to this day is awesome. And Daft Punk added a point to the soundtrack. I mean, they had a point to the whole movie because they're playing all the way through it, like in this movie. There isn't really a moment in this movie when Nine Inch Nails are not playing something.
True. Felt very full of music.
Yeah.
In a
So,
good way.
Those are mine.
And mine are going back to the 20th century. Well, not just the 20th century. All of films that have ever been made since the beginning of time, or since the beginning of film, and the horror genre. The movies I've seen. So if you want to be just like me, everybody, and that's a high aspiration right there, all you gotta do is watch all the movies and all the TV shows and all the video games, and then you'll be just like me. Speaking of video games, so I'm up to 2013. Last of Us. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, yeah.
See, I watch these epic games. It's not epic company game, but that you play. So to me, it's like watching a big long movie or a television show.
Yeah.
So The Last of Us I watched every single minute that you played.
Both games.
Yep. And the TV show, all of it.
And funnily enough, I've been playing the first game recently. I
Yes,
just finished it about a week ago.
Reminded yourself how much you love it.
Yeah.
You're so in love with it. Then we have Green Inferno, also from 2013, which I'm not going to say anything about it. It's just one of those. You got to watch it. And you'll just be like, what? What? Oh. So there you go. Blood Glacier, which I don't think you've watched.
Definitely not.
It is one of those that I put on my list when we had either Netflix or YouTube TV during a Halloween season. Anything grody or weird, And this is about something coming back to life as a glacier is melting, like a disease that sort of either zombifies or does something weird to people. Then we have From Dusk Till Dawn, the TV show, which was, I can't believe it was 2013.
I know, so long ago.
God. And then 2014, moving on, Life After Beth, which was our first exposure, I believe, to, what's her face?
Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza.
That was directed by her husband, the one who died.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we liked it.
Yeah, it was really fun.
It's verging on the zombie thing.
Is it a zomcom? A rom-com? A rom-zomcom? It's one of those, isn't it? I did like it as well. Yeah, we'd never seen Aubrey Plaza before that,
Don't
right?
think so.
I don't think so.
That was the first time.
All right, A Scully stuff. I've been playing a game called Dispatch. Do you know this game? This is a game from, well, I'll give you the story. Telltale Games used to be a thing. Remember Telltale Games? They made The Walking Dead and the Wolf Among Us.
Which was fairy tale characters in the real world solving crimes. It was very good. I loved it.
The kind of video games they make are cinematic. You're basically playing a movie or a TV show. That's how it feels, right? And you're making choices.
Absolutely.
You're making choices along the way that determine the story and what happens to your favorite characters. Well, Telltale Games, I think they bit off more than they could chew at some point, and they had loads of things in the works, and it all was like costing them too much, and they eventually folded financially and went away, and there was no Telltale Games, and the genre of game that they were famous for, nobody else picked up on it, or it just went away. Well, a lot of the people who worked at Telltale Games have made this new studio called Ad Hoc Studio, and they're bringing Telltale Games back, basically, and Dispatch is the first one that they've made. And I'll give you the synopsis off Steam. It says, Dispatch is a superhero workplace comedy where choices matter. Manage a dysfunctional team of misfit superheroes and strategize who to send to emergencies around the city, all while balancing office politics, personal relationships, and your own quest to become a hero. So it's like a weekly TV series, They're pretty short and brief, each episode. I would say 45 minutes. But you are a dispatcher in a superhero place, and you've got like 10 superheroes that you send out, and they're all individually voiced, and you get to know them along the way, and you send them into dangerous situations, and you have to make the choices and handle the whole thing. And on top of all that, you are a superhero yourself. You haven't got powers, but you've got a suit, kind of like Iron Man, right?
Okay.
It's also got the office politics thing, so sometimes it's a bit like The Office, like the way they talk to each other, because they're just
dumb. But I have to give it a chance.
It's not dumb though. It's actually really, it's really well written and actually very cute and emotional. Okay. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you really get attached to some of the characters, and things happen throughout the thing, and you're like, oh, and it really gets you, kind of gets you in you. You know, like when we played The Walking Dead and Clementine and Lee and all that.
Yeah.
You get attached, right? You get attached to these guys as well, and this is different from what Telltale used to do. There's never a moment in this game where you move a character around a map, like walk them around. It's all animated. So it's like watching a cartoon or an anime. But then they'll stop and give you a choice every now and then. But then when you do the dispatching, you do your shift. In every episode, you'll do a shift of dispatching. And that, you're looking at this overhead map, and you can send your characters out to the different places and tell them what to do. And they might come back at you sometimes. So you send your guy there's a guy who can set fire to everything. So you send him to, if you send him to a house fire, for instance, that might not go well, right? So they're like, oh, there's a house fire over there. I've only got the guy who sets things on fire. So you send him. And then he's like, I've turned up at the scene, and everything else is on fire because of me. What do I do? You know, so you're going to make all the choices. People can die. Children can die. It's pretty, it's pretty dark.
It's hardcore.
But it's really fun. It's like watching a weekly sitcom almost. And it almost always, after each episode, there's 8 episodes, ends on a cliffhanger where you're like, oh, I got to play the next one. So it's Dispatch. It's out now. It costs $29.99 for all the episodes. Highly recommend it, because I really love this type of game. I like there's a story, but you can alter it by putting yourself into it.
Right.
And I really want to play it again, because how did I play it the first time, do you think?
Usually you're very, very intense in collecting everything.
Yeah, well, there is none of that. So if I was to control this guy, you know, you're controlling the guy. You've got choices that you can make all the time. I always went with the good choices.
Oh, yes, of course.
There are also middle-of-the-line gray choices, and there are also very, very bad choices. So you could be a real evil. I didn't go the evil route, but I really would like to play it again and see what that is, you know? Also, there are voice actors in this game. Your main guy is played by Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad. And he's excellent. He is really, really good. Like,
you like him?
You wouldn't actually know it was Aaron Paul. I played the first episode. I was like, whoever's playing the main guy is a brilliant voice actor. And then the credits popped up and it said Aaron Paul. I was like, holy shit, there's no way I would have said it was him. So good voice acting.
We liked him in that other show.
Westworld?
Yes.
Yeah. But it's just like, it doesn't really sound like him. It's a very good, whatever he's doing. It sounds different. So yeah, Dispatch. Sid Talk, what's for dinner?
Well, we haven't decided specifically what, but it will be takeaway. So what do you want? What do you want? Dun, dun, dun.
Takeaway, Subway.
Okay, Subway it is. That's it. We tell you what we're eating because we're vegetarian, and people think, oh, aren't you dying from lack of dead animal protein? No, we're not vegan, and they're not all dying either, by the way.
Also, watch Pluribus. It's a show.
That's all we got to say.
It's a show on Apple TV. Watch it. It's very good.
That's funny.
Very, very
And
good.
my advice, did you say what's advice? My advice is this. It's not advice. It is observation, and I might have done it before. So if it's a rerun, so be it. I'm from the 70s, 60s, and 70s. Reruns, that's the way we roll, man.
Well,
here's some observations. Everything new isn't better. Everything old isn't worse. Flip it around. Everything new isn't worse. And everything old isn't better. Right?
I see.
It will mess with you, this concept, because all of a sudden, if you don't let the brainwashing control you, then you get to decide for yourself. So by this all I mean, for example, my mom was 83 when she passed away in November of 24. In the years leading up to her death, for, all the years, how many years ago? Well, we've been together almost 26 years, and we've always built her computers.
Yes.
She wanted a new computer. She wanted a computer she could play games on. She wanted a computer she could communicate with people and go on the Facebook. And then she worked with this historical society of my home county, and she loved her digital camera. She loved getting the pictures off her digital camera onto her computer, onto the Facebook, onto these things, printing things out, making little signs. Then as time progressed, she got her a cell phone. It was a push button phone. And then at some point we got her a smartphone and she loved it.
You know what you missed out? We bought her a Zune.
Oh, we did buy her a Zune. She loved that too. She took it to Mexico. She lived in Mexico in the winter and she loved listening to her music. We put Tina Turner and a bunch of other female artists and Elvis, and she loved that. She loved learning the technology. And then her smartphone, literally up into the week before she passed away, she had that thing on her hand, on her chest, and she would want to play solitaire or bubble pop and text people and check on people, even though she was not well. Technology to her, the new things, excited her. It wasn't bad because it was technology and new. So when she met someone her age, in her age group that she had known like her whole life, and they'd be grumbling, like, oh, I don't have no damn cell phone. I'm too old. And she'd say, oh, now. That isn't true. I love my cell phone. You're not too old. Like, it's your attitude, right? You believe that if it's new, it's somehow worse than what you've been used to.
Yes.
So you have to then take that attitude all the way back to the beginning of all things. As soon as someone wrote down something for the first time or chiseled a symbol on a rock, the people around them would have been, of course, mixed. You can't do that. You don't want to write it down or, yay, how exciting, we're writing it down, whatever. And then go all the way up to like printing books and newspapers and radio, and every innovation isn't bad just because it's new. On the flip side of that, just having old things isn't good just because it's old. Having a radio that you can tune into and then disregard the internet because it's all a bunch of bullshit, but you want to listen to your radio every day of your local radio station because it's better. That doesn't make any sense until you've fully explored it. And then what you'll find is like, oh, wait a minute, there's a mixture here. I like this old technique, this old method, this old invention better than I like this new invention. But over there, I like the new invention better than the old one, right? You have to start thinking for yourself, or guess what? Someone out there is doing it for you. I jumped the gun on that.
Well said. We've heard that part before.
We have, and we're going to hear it again very soon.
We are. All right. Thank you, Sitok.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads. Those are the social media networks you can find us on. You can also find this podcast on ascully.com, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, YouTube. Email feedback to me, ascully@ascully.com. Don't email Sitok. She does not want your emails. And stay classy, Tron.
And I'm going to say think for yourself, like I said, or someone's doing it for you.